Unlike lasers, diamond edge impact etching machines don't require that you focus or level your stone. That's because they have the surface tracking technology. Let's find out what it is and how it works. I'm Andrei from impactetching.com. So what is surface tracking technology? First of all, let's think about how a machine works. At all times during the engraving process, the etching head maintains the very small gap between the tip of the diamond and the surface of the stone. That gap is approximately 0.008 of an inch, or is approximately as thick as two pieces of paper folded together. So maintaining that gap is super important to achieve the quality of etching. How do we do that? We actually have the floating etching head. First of all, the head will go down to the surface of the stone, so your stone doesn't really require focusing. As long as the stone is within approximately 1.7 inch of the z-axis range, it will work fine. So as you can see, the head moves up and down to reach the surface of the stone. But that's not all. During the engraving, it also constantly tracks the surface of the stone. It constantly moves up and down to maintain that tiny gap and to achieve the perfect quality of etching. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to demonstrate how that technology works. And in order for you to see it better, I'm going to remove this top cover, and you will see how the motor that basically moves the head up and down, how it always rotates in one direction or another to hug the surface of the stone. So now, let's see in practice how the surface tracking technology works in DiamondEdge impact etching machine. What I have here is a compact machine which sits on the table, and inside on the table I have a tile. So to make it slightly more interesting and slightly more unlevel, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use two pieces of wood to make it less even, versus to make the stone less level versus the plane of the machine. Then I'm going to start engraving, and I've removed the cover so that you can see how this motor always moves the head up and down. What you basically will see, because our surface is kind of inclined in that direction, as it moves in one direction it will rotate in one way, as it moves in another direction it will rotate another way. So basically, as it moves this direction it will always lower the head, and it will then raise the head as it moves in opposing direction to always maintain that tiny gap between the diamond tip and the stone. And in the beginning of engraving, you'll see another thing happening. The head will actually move down until it found the stone. That's why you don't really need to kind of position the stone very precisely. As long as it's within the range of the Z movement of the head, of the vertical movement of the head will find the stone. It will touch the stone, it will know where the stone is, and then it will track the surface of the stone as it moves left and right. It's a completely genius technology which is designed by us specifically for this application. There's two computers that talk to each other constantly during the engraving process, and it wasn't easy to do. But the advantages of that is that, unlike laser, you don't need to level, you don't need to focus, your stone doesn't need to be perfectly flat and level, and it still works very well. It takes a little bit of time to transmit the image to the etcher, and then once it received the image, you actually can disconnect the computer. The etcher will work on its own. And as it engraves, I'm going to explain what's going on. It first goes up, then it goes to the starting point, goes down until it touches the stone, and then it starts engraving. So that's it. That's how the surface tracking technology works for our DiamondEdge impact etching machines. If you find this video interesting, please like and share. You can visit us at impactetching.com, facebook.com/impactetching, or youtube.com/impactetching. Or you can call me at this number. Thank you very much.